Hello, I'm Alice from Tap with Alice, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use EFT for pain. So before you try this, please make sure that you have addressed the cause of your pain. If you have a broken leg, you need to go to the hospital. And it's a trite example, but it's a serious point. If you have any pain, it's a signal from your body that something is wrong. So you need to get it checked out at your doctor first. Okay. That being said, if you're okay to go ahead, this is how you do it. So with EFT, we're tapping on the body's acupressure points at the same time as saying some words about our problem to target the tapping. So when we're targeting pain, you want to be very specific with location and specific with sensation. So it's no use saying, I've got a headache. I mean, is it a headache here? Is it on the left side? Is it all over? Is it throbbing? Is it aching? Is it a sharp shooting, pulsing kind of pain? Any kind of pain. It could be many different things. So you want to be very, very specific. I'll give you an example. Today, I have a pain in my thumb and wrist. So I'm going to say it's a niggling, aching sort of pain. It's not a shooting pain. I feel it when I stretch my hand like this, and when I move my thumb, I feel it in my wrist, down here in the tendon somewhere. So that's what I'm going to focus on. When you do it, you can put your own words in depending on your pain. So specific for location and specific for sensation. So first we'll use an acceptance statement. If you don't know the tapping points, go back and watch one of my other videos on no words tapping, and I explain all about how to do the tapping there. So side of the hand, even though I have this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist, deep down I am okay. I'll do that 2 more times. Even though I have this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and going down into my wrist, and I feel it right there in my wrist. That's how it is right now. Even though I have this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist, deep down, I am okay. And then we'll come around the points. So the eyebrow point, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. The side of the eye, I feel it when I stretch my hand out like that. Under the eye, I feel it in my wrist, right there. I'm imagining where it is, right there. It's a niggling, aching sort of pain. Under the mouth, this pain in my thumb and going down into my wrist. Collarbone, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Under the arm, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb going down into my wrist, and I feel it right there. On top of the head, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. And we'll do another round. Eyebrow point, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Side of the eye, it goes all the way from my thumb down into my wrist, the outside of my wrist. Under the eye, and I feel it when I open my hand up to stretch my thumb. Under the nose, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Under the mouth, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Collarbone, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Under the arm, and I feel it right there in the center of the outside of my wrist. Top of the head, this niggling, aching pain in my thumb and wrist. Okay, take a full breath in. Easy breath out. Okay, and reassess. Okay, it's much less. My pain is much less. I don't know about yours. Yeah, I do feel a little bit still. When you're reassessing after that first round, notice not only the intensity, but also, is the sensation the same? Is it still pulsing? Or is it a different word now that you would use to describe it? And also, is it in the same place or has it moved? So mine, Mine's in the same place. It's not really in the thumb. It's centering where it was in the wrist. That's the center of the pain there. And yeah, I'd say it's still a niggling sort of ache. It's not a big pain at all. So I'm going to do one more round using still some remaining pain. So if you've watched my basic EFT videos, the number 1 and 2, this is how we do the second round, using these words to target the remaining problem. So side of the hand. Even though I still have some of this remaining niggling, aching pain in my wrist, I am okay. Even though I still have some of this remaining pain and it's niggling and aching in my wrist, deep down I am okay. Even though I still have some of this remaining niggling, aching pain and it's mostly in my wrist now, that's how it is right now. Eyebrow point, this niggling, aching pain in my wrist. Side of the eye, this remaining niggling, aching pain in my wrist. Under the eye, this remaining niggling, aching pain in my wrist. Under the nose, I still have some of this remaining pain. Under the mouth, and it's now mostly in my wrist. Right there, I'm imagining where, right there. Collarbone, this remaining pain in my wrist. Under the arm, this remaining niggle of pain in my wrist. Top of the head, this remaining pain in my wrist. The other side, this niggling, aching pain in my wrist. The side of the eye, this remaining niggling, aching pain in my wrist. Under the eye, this remaining pain in my wrist. Under the nose, this remaining niggle of pain in my wrist. Under the mouth, this remaining pain in my wrist. Collarbone, this remaining pain in my wrist. Under the arm, I still have some of this remaining pain in my wrist. Top of the head, this remaining niggling, aching pain in my wrist. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, reassess the pain. Yeah, that time mine didn't change at all. I still have something there in the wrist. So I would think that there's something else involved in mine. You might find, but it's very little, to be honest, it's very little. I didn't choose a big pain. If I was going to do a scale of 1 to 10, which you could do, I don't always use it, but you could do. It was, to start with, it was a 3, and now it's a 1. So it's very little. It doesn't bother me that much. So if you're happy with that, you can leave it. If you still have some pain, maybe you had a very severe pain to start with, then you can keep going with this. I still have some of this remaining pain, and see where it takes you. And anything that changes, just use those words, put those words back in. So if you get a different sensation, put that in. If you get a different location, sometimes it will just change location slightly, then put those words back in. And of course, if you would like any more help with dealing with your pain, EFT is very effective for dealing with pain, then please get in touch with me. And my website is tapwithalice.com, and you can also find me on Facebook, Tap with Alice. Thank you for watching.